everybody, it's Jo here from Aquarius Tarot. Hope you're doing well. So good to be back again. So I'm going to do a reading today to have a look at the person that's on your mind, if they're going to return to you. So it could be somebody that you had a connection with in the past, of whatever form of connection that was. This often appeals to people that have been ghosted, or perhaps something broke off unexpectedly, or before the person watching felt ready for it, and there's that wondering whether the person may return, what they're up to now. So we'll have a look at that for you. As per usual, I'm going to run through all the signs in zodiac order. Please feel free to check out all of your significant placement signs, and I will do an all signs at the end as well. As I always say, please just take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. It's a general reading, so it can't possibly resonate for everybody, but I do hope it will resonate for as many of you as possible. I do feel that if you have found my channel today, there's likely to be a reason why. So there's probably something in there of value. So just find that for yourself, take it and leave the rest. And of course there'll be other readings in my playlist as well. Pretty much I would say they're timeless, in that if you are drawn to watch one of my readings, you can take the messages that are in there as meant for you at the time that you found the message. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. Welcome, Aries. I'm using the Marchetti tarot today. It's a little bit of a different deck. I wanted to try it because it's new and I like it, and I want to try something different. But also I got a strike for nudity on my last video, because of course some of the cards do have pictures on there that are a little bit nudie. I don't think they're too explicit, but still YouTube didn't like it, so that's fine. I don't really want to have to restrict my video content too much, so I'm going to try and pick a deck that doesn't have those traditional pictures on. For example, the lovers, the people that don't have clothes on, right? So I did try and hide that a little bit, but obviously not sufficiently, and that's fair enough. I do understand. So anyway, welcome, Aries. I hope you're doing well. So Aries, we're having a look at the person on your mind, somebody you've had a connection with in the past of whatever form, to see if they will return to you. As I just mentioned, I'm using the Marchetti deck here, but what I'm going to do is just put a few cards on the table first of all, just to see what's going on with this person, general energies around this person. So universe, messages for the highest good of Aries, please. Just general energies around this person that Aries is thinking about. Aries, this will help you know if this is your person, or give you a bit of insight into what is going on with them. Okay, I normally just put 3 on the table, and I am going to just whack a couple of these down as well. And we'll do a proper spread in a minute, a bigger spread, in terms of their intentions and feelings about a possible return as well. Okay. This person has their guard up. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but they're feeling a bit defensive about the whole thing. There's something they want to say, but they're a bit defensive and they're holding back on saying it, Aries, for whatever reason. But I feel that they're on the cusp of things working out. So maybe they're on the cusp of reaching out and, this potentially working out, but they are quite defensive. So whilst they've got things to say, the communication might be a bit challenging in respect of how they approach you. But I think they're just protecting themselves, possibly in their ego a little bit. They're still looking you up. I don't know if you've got information available online for them to look at and see, but they really want to know how things are going with you, what's going on with you, where you're at with things. They'd love it if it was possible for things to work out, and they want to communicate, but I think they are defensive. So just bear that in mind, because that can affect communication quite negatively. So when they reach out, you might just sense that and be aware of it. And what I would also say is, if this person does reach out, we're going to look at this in a bit more detail, whether their intention is to do that. This person reaches out, you just have to, I would say, acknowledge that was difficult for them to do, especially if they are a little bit up in their ego. It takes some humility, doesn't it, to reach out to somebody after an absence. So acknowledge that, no matter how the conversation goes. So universe, messages for high school of Aries. We're inquiring about the person on their mind and whether this person has any intention to return and what their current feelings are for Aries, please, universe. So we've got 2 on the table. Let's see, okay. We've got the 10 of Cups. Oh wow, the 3 of Swords. Something's gone on between the 2 of you that has broken their heart. And they are quite heartbroken. They have a lot of love for you. They are in their sort of balancing energy. They are trying to, they could be juggling with another circumstance, another situation, because we have the 3 of Swords, which can indicate another energy, another situation around the person. And then we've got the juggling card, the 2 of Coins. They could be juggling another situation, making a decision, but there's a huge amount of love. They could be just caught up potentially in another situation, which makes it difficult for them. They want to reunite here with the 3 of Cups. They do want to get into a more comfortable, lighter energy with you, definitely. They're feeling quite possessive, quite jealous. We did see them, didn't we, in the first spread, looking into what you're up to at the moment. We've got the Devil as well, which is a little bit obsessive, thinking about you all the time. Definitely haven't let this go. They would like to move back closer together, close out any emotional distance, come to see you, whether that involves travel or whatever that might be. Their intuition is telling them to just take a leap of faith and step back into this. So when we're looking at their feelings, Aries, and where they're at with things, their feelings and their intentions, they've got something that they're juggling at the moment, so be wary of that, be aware of it. They do want to come back towards you. They are thinking of communicating with you. They are checking you out online, asking friends about you, seeing what they can find out, and everything in their being is giving them a bit of a nudge to go back towards you. They are a bit obsessive. This could have been a bit of a toxic situation, either toxic in that there was something else involved here that needed to be cleared away in order for them to move towards you, or just toxic in that maybe the communication wasn't good between you. And I was seeing that this person is a bit defensive, so that could have been affecting their ability to communicate in a straightforward way how they're feeling, and, you know, just be straightforward with you, really, and I guess kind and honest in their communication. I do think they want to be, but there's been some challenges around that. I think they may invite you out, maybe for a drink, or potentially even in a social setting. If you've got mutual friends, you could end up being invited, or there'd be communication around something, you know, being done together with people that you mutually know is coming out here. So whether they're going to come back, yeah, I'm seeing fairly strong indications here, Aries. Yes, they will. Should we look at the long-term or longer-term mutual energies and likely outcome for you guys? So universe, mutual energies, likely outcome, please, for Aries and their person. Oops. Commitment. Okay, I'm seeing commitment. There is a possibility of marriage if that's what you want. Whatever that long-term commitment means for the 2 of you came out onto the table first there. Yeah, I think there's a decision being made after feeling like there was nowhere to go with this. It feels like perhaps you hit your rock bottom, maybe you parted ways. It didn't seem like there was any way out of the situation. It was becoming burdensome. Now there needs to be a decision about commitment, I think, or this person is thinking about commitment. One or other of you has set your boundaries and been clear about what it is you will and won't accept and what you're happy or unhappy about. But there is potentially a new start here based on communication with the Ace of Swords. Love the dragonfly on that picture. But yeah, potential new start here from communication, which could lead to some long-term commitment is what's coming out. But it is based on really open, honest communication, fairly assertive communication as well. Once again, we see you're on the cusp of something working out really nicely here, I think, provided the communication can be done in the right way, unfolds in the right way. This person, I feel they want to take the lead, they want to look after you. They're sitting slightly in their masculine energy, whether they're male or female. They've got this desire to take action. I think they want to be the one to take the lead in this. Yeah, they're hoping for a new cycle and for things to work out. And I think you both feel the same way in that regard. And actually, when you have communication together, although I think there could potentially be some challenges if this person's a bit defensive, I feel that the communication is what's going to trigger this new start. This is all what's coming out here with the Queen of Swords and the World, and also the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords. So big opportunity here for something new. I've just seen 11:11 on the clock there as well, Aries. So I do think that is possible for you. Right. Okay. I'm going to pick, maybe not. Let's have a look. I'm going to do an all signs at the end anyway, so we'll look at that, shall we, at the end of the reading. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aries. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you enjoy the style of my reading and you'd like to come back and watch again. You'd like to set that intention that you'll be part of the collective that I am reading for. It helps my channel so much and I appreciate it more than you know if you would be happy to subscribe. I get lots of people watching who aren't subscribed, which is why I ask. And all of the thumbs up and the commenting and that kind of thing helps me just get my video out there with a few more people able to watch it and enjoy it. So any help you can give me, gratefully received. I do work hard on these videos for you, so thank you for all of your help and support. I'm so happy to be here reading for you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, so now I'm on to Taurus. Welcome, Taurus. I do hope you are keeping well. It's lovely to be here and reading for you today. So we're looking at the person on your mind, Taurus, and it's somebody that you will have had a connection with at some point that you're wondering if they might pop back up and return again. You know, we get lots of ghosting these days and people disappearing, or, you know, things just sometimes don't work out, or they don't really even get started sometimes, do they? So if you're thinking about somebody, we're just going to find out, first of all, general energies around this person, and then we'll look at their intentions and feelings in respect of a possible return. Okay. Now this is interesting because we had this just pop out just now, but we've got the Three of Swords. So there is this suggestion that there could have been some other energy around this person or some other thing that's caused them heartbreak. There's been some deception, deceit, and they want you to think well of them despite whatever it is that's gone on between you. Ideally, they think about stable house, home, family, and things working out in your favour despite something not going well. I don't know if this person was dishonest with you, deceitful, had somebody else around them. But that is what's coming through. It could also be that they're plotting and planning how they can make it work so that you will think better of them, having had heartbreak in your situation. It could be as simple as that. But a stable house, home, family is ultimately the crux of what they would really like in life. And yeah, a new start would be favourable as far as they're concerned, thinking about their current energies around them. Okay. So, messages for the highest good of Taurus, please, universe. What are the current feelings of the person that's on Taurus's mind and intentions with regard to returning to Taurus? Will they pop back up again? Will they return? Will they reach out? Do they have something they want to say to Taurus or something to restart with Taurus? What would it be helpful for Taurus to know? Okay, they're missing you, Taurus. They're thinking about you. They are feeling that maybe you are not so happy with them, given whatever it was that happened between the two of you. With the Five of Coins there, they're feeling like you've excluded them now from your life. You've potentially moved on. They're out in the cold and not very happy about it. Got the Five of Cups, yeah. So they've got some regrets, remorse. They're wishing things had gone differently. They wish they'd done something, not done something. They had or hadn't said something. Didn't go as they intended, they planned. They definitely have regrets, remorse, look back and wishing things had gone differently. They're on their guard, they're in their ego a little bit. I think they really feel like we're looking ahead into the future in your connection, and it's obviously not worked out. They do still think of you in terms of the future. They think you've got all the qualities they could ever wish for. They're trying to actually manifest you back into their life. Yes, super attracted to you, huge amount of chemistry as far as they're concerned. They love everything about you, like how you smell, how you walk, you know, how you talk, the energy around you. They find you incredibly attractive. They like how you think, what you say. There was a point at which they felt completely defeated in this connection. They felt like, you know, you probably wouldn't want to continue. They hit the rock bottom in terms of this, but I think they see you as somebody who's got all the lovely qualities, everything they could have wished and hoped for. I think they see you as quite a kind, nurturing kind of person as well. Somebody who makes things happen as well, and has some good kind of focus on growth. They want to do the right thing in this circumstance. I do think there's been a bit of deceit, perhaps, or a situation where things weren't right in terms of them not doing the right thing. But yes, in terms of coming back, if I see the Fool card, that is a return. Somebody, sort of their intuition will be pulling them towards you, Taurus. So yes, I do think this person will come back, but they will have things to say to you in terms of what has happened. And I think they're going to give you a little apology, a little gift, something which will make you feel, I think, a little bit better about the situation, and they will acknowledge their part in it, or how they feel they may have caused it even. And I think they're going to find something that they feel will mean something to you in order to give you the right words, or a little gift, or some token that will be maybe small but will have a big impact. Okay, so shall we have a look at the mutual energies and the likely outcome for you both? Okay, so mutual energies, likely outcome, please, for Taurus and the person, in terms of if they return, what's likely to happen. We've got the Eight of Cups coming out here. Okay, we've got the Knight of Coins, Knight of Wands, so two knights. Temperance, sorry. Six of Swords, Four of Swords, Eight of Coins. There's the Ace of Coins there as well. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet because I'm looking at the cards. I'm tapping into those energies there, Taurus. Okay, so mutual energies, likely outcome is that I think after walking away, there's a desire on both of your parts to move this forward into a better place, at least part on good terms, if nothing else. Okay, and I'm sensing that You're both thinking about each other, you're both on each other's minds, you'll be feeling each other's energy. There'll be push and pull of energy here. You want to go towards each other. I think you will both perhaps acknowledge maybe there was things that you both regret and would have done differently. There's quite a lot of passion here, there's quite a lot of chemistry, and there's a desire to work on things as well. But having gone through what you've gone through together, which I feel is quite a lot, I do think you'll need to rebalance and sort of really regain, maybe even regain some trust, and maybe even calm down after perhaps being upset about things that have gone on. But I do feel there's this, once you've rebalanced and sort of got yourselves into a better place together, I do feel that there's this option here to progress things in a very steady way. I don't think things will stay stagnant. I do think there's a progression here from each step to the next in terms of your connection, to the extent that even eventually I think there could be some long-term commitment here, or long-term commitment regained between the two of you. Okay, so hope that was helpful, Taurus. Please drop me a like, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments if it resonated for you. If you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It means such a lot to me to see my channel growing and to be able to reach as many people as possible, and to know that you'd be able to find me again in return. It means the world to me. Every subscriber that ticks up. I've got 50 on my last video, which to me was so lovely. If you're able to help me keep that number ticking up, that would be so good, and I'd love to see you again. Okay, thank you, Taurus. I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea. Now we're on to Gemini. Welcome, Gemini. Hope you're doing well. So we're looking at whether the person on your mind will come back. Will they return? Whatever kind of connection you had with your person. Whether it was short or long or whatever happens. We see a lot of ghosting these days, if that happened, and that's very difficult to accept sometimes, isn't it, when we don't know why. But anyway, let's look at some general energies first, and then we'll dig more into their feelings and intentions to return. So let's just get a bit nosy and see what's going on with this person that you're thinking about, Gemini. I'm using the Marchetti Tarot, which is a new one for me, and I'm enjoying using it. It's got lovely artwork on it. Well, this person's missing you. They're feeling quite defeated over the whole situation, but they're still really attracted to you. They think the world of you. They like you as a person as well as how you look. You have an energy around you that they really do like. It's a bit like fire as far as they're concerned. It ignites quite a passion. You might be dealing with an Aries potentially. We've got some Aries energy lurking around here. But it's difficult for them because they miss you. They feel defeated in whatever's gone on between the two of you, but they still think about you, and they're still sort of looking ahead really, and to see if there might be a possibility. I think they might be hoping you might reach out actually. But let's dig into that a little bit further, Gemini. Oops. So, universe, messages for the highest good of Gemini, please. We're interested in whether this person has feelings for Gemini and intentions to return. Okay. Has this person said some harsh words, Gemini? Have there been sort of difficult conversations between the two of you recently? That's Queen of Swords just popped onto the table, which I've put back in. But, okay, I'm going to take that as the split. I have one on the table already. I've got the Four of Cups. Oh wow, I've got 10 of Coins, Knight of Cups, High Priestess. I've got the Lovers. We've got the Devil. Hair's coming up. We've got the World card. And we've got the... Is that the Seven of Wands? Yeah, it is the Seven of Wands. Okay. So in terms of this person's feelings, they feel a really, really, really strong connection with you. It's like you know, that's kind of connection where somebody reaches in, you know, they feel like you've reached in and grabbed their soul kind of thing. It's a very, very strong connection, almost to the point of them being obsessive and a little bit, you know, potentially a little bit toxic here, but definitely not going to easily let go. They're definitely feeling sorry for themselves, maybe not good enough, wondering if you would accept them if they did come back. They think about a future with you, a long-term future. I was sort of seeing that, wasn't I, in the general energies I just put onto the table in the first few cards there. They'd love a new start here. And I think they will come towards you, albeit a little bit slowly, because I think they have gone quite quiet. Maybe they're not really speaking much at the moment. But don't be fooled by that, because I think if they are quiet and they're not communicating, it doesn't indicate that they don't love you or have feelings for you or aren't going to take any action. They're just not doing anything right now. I think they are plotting and planning a return and thinking about it because they'd love a new start, but they know they've got to go about this in the right way. Okay, shall we look at the mutual energies and the likely outcome, Gemini, for the two of you? Please drop me a like if you're enjoying the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Appreciate all of your support, and let me know in the comments if this is resonating for you as well. That would be good to know. Okay. So mutual energies, likely outcome, please universe, for Gemini and the person on Gemini's mind. Knight of Swords is coming out here. You both want to talk. You both got something to say to each other. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Chariot, okay. Death card. Ooh, Empress is there. Knight of Cups. Seven of Wands is there again. Eight of Coins and the 10 of Coins. It was a very positive reading, actually, Gemini. What I'm seeing is you both want to talk. You both want to move things forward, albeit perhaps a little bit slowly. You want the distance between you, the emotional distance, to close out. You want things to improve. I think you're both thinking about how you could make this happen, even if you're not talking at the moment. It's almost like this would be a reset for your relationship, because I think possibly this had to come to an end to clear out some bad stuff or things that were going on. Was there some toxicity or something just not working right, or something that happened that needs to be sort of cleared? And then you can have a proper reset and a restart here. And it will require some working on. Nothing just falls into your lap, does it? This will require some effort. But I'm seeing a beautiful ending here. We've got growth, development, beautiful family, I would see, possibly some pets together. And yeah, a lovely, safe, happy relationship that's got sort of good fortune around it is what's coming through. So yeah, very positive there, Gemini. Very nice to see. Yeah, I wish you all the best with that. Please do let me know if that sounds like it's your reading. And thanks for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. If you would just hit the like button on the way out, I would be forever grateful, and do appreciate all your support. Thanks again. And now we're on to Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. Hope you're doing well, Cancer. So we're having a look at the person on your mind that you'll have been in a connection with, but perhaps is absent at the moment or not around you for whatever reason. And we're going to look, first of all, just general energies. What are they up to? What's going on with them? And then we'll dig in deeper into their feelings and whether that's likely to translate into any action to actually return and come back towards you. Okay, Cancer. So some cards have just popped out here. So I've got the Three of Coins, Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So this person, I think that they are working hard at the moment, and they're working hard with a view to attracting you back, I think, and seeing if they can get into a better place. I think they're plotting and planning. This is coming through quite a lot in the readings today, on how they can move things into a better place, put things right between the two of you, make sure there's forward momentum. They're very, very attracted to you. This is a very fiery, passionate person, Cancer, so you could be dealing with some sort of fire sign here. But it's like they really want to have a new start here. Just watch out, it could be a bit of sexual energy sort of coming through as well, that they want to get back into that kind of a relationship with you. They could have designs on that, so if that resonates, take that from this as well. But yeah, very focused on their money, working hard, some Capricorn energy around this as well. Okay, so let's have a look at their feelings then towards you, and their feelings about, you know, possibly returning. If they've got something to say to you, we'll see that as well, Cancer. So universe, what can you share, please, for the highest good of Cancer, that will give them wisdom, clarity, peace of mind around this situation, and what was likely to happen in terms of their person returning. 3 more shuffles, please. 1, 2, oops, 3. Okay, we've got the 6 of Cups, so they're thinking back very nostalgically about this connection. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, 3 of Cups, Page of Cups, Fool, the Ace of Cups, wow, and the 8 of Wands. Okay. And so Cancer, this person, they're really thinking about you. They're thinking it's somebody you've definitely got a history with. You've done things together. You've gone through some maybe ups and downs together, good times, bad times. Perhaps you've been there to support them in difficult situations. They reflect back on that. You could have put even children together, or just shared some, you know, past history, whatever that means to you both, or you in this connection. I think they want to come towards you and offer you a little gesture of some sort. There's definite karmic tie between the two of you. There was sort of things that you needed to learn from each other. I don't feel that your karmic cycle together and your contract has really played out fully yet. I think, you know, you're likely to come back towards each other, Cancer. This person has a really strong intuitive pull to come back towards you. They'd like a new start. They're very loving. They'd like to grow this connection. I do see communication incoming. They've definitely got a lot to say. I don't think there's much left to read between the lines in what they will say to you. Again, I'm getting some fiery energy coming out here. Very warm energy as well. Yeah, I think they're going to invite you somewhere. I think you'll find yourself having a nice glass of wine or glass of something with them, relaxing, having a conversation. And there's going to be lots of talk about growth, the future, restarting based on lots of love and lots of nice history, I think, that you do have between the two of you. I think there's lots to work on here. I think you've got some foundation here that you can build on, which does look really nice. I do see a lot of potential here, a lot of strength in your connection, a lot of beauty in your connection, a lot of warmth and love and care, and strong energetic pull. So some kind of divine reason why you met each other. Have a good think about, you know, are there lessons to learn from this, Cancer? Because I think, you know, that there are already lessons here that I think you can learn and take forward, and which actually might help you to make a success of the connection going forward. So now we're going to look at mutual energies and the likely outcome if this person does reach out to you. What's likely to happen after that based on how you feel, they feel, how you're likely to interact with each other. So universe, messages for the highest good of Cancer, please. Mutual energies, likely outcome. think there's going to be steady progress in terms of love. Might be a bit slow though. Getting going, Cancer. Could be a bit frustrating whilst you wait for this, but maybe it's just saying take your time, take it steady. A lovely energy around it. Having said that, the Tower's just come onto the table. I don't know if both of you felt that something came to an end between the two of you that was a shock, a surprise, was heartbreaking for you, difficult for you, you weren't expecting. Maybe there was some sort of loss. It could have been a loss of the relationship or something else happening. We've got the 5 of Coins coming out again after the Tower, the 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Coins, and the 9 of Coins. Okay, so again, I'm sensing there could be a bit of silence between the two of you at the moment. That will be broken with some communication incoming. And there could be a bit of a lack of communication initially about progress in your relationship, but I do see that changing. Yeah, you miss each other. There's an energy of missing each other, wanting to come back towards each other. Definitely wanting things to progress in terms of security and love, and reforming the basis of this connection. And I do think there's, yeah, you both want to talk about it. You both feel you could be just on the cusp of something being beautiful here, but something just did go wrong. I don't know if there was a temptation or a misunderstanding, or the fiery energy that this person may have could have clashed with you in some kind of way, or there could have been a clash in personalities, I feel, that maybe just caused a rift. But it doesn't feel like it's insurmountable, and it feels almost like you two are meant to be together. So I think, you know, I do think there's potential for this to be, I do think see this person coming back, and I do think it could work out very well between the two of you, Cancer. So I hope that reading was helpful. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and you like the style and you'd like me to continue. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do get so many people watching me not subscribed, and it'll be so lovely to have you all on board. I would love to have your comments about how the reading resonated, and also if there are any particular types of readings that you'd like me to do, subjects, that kind of thing. Please do let me know, because I like to do the readings that I know my watchers and my lovely viewers will want to see. So yes, please just drop me a comment and let me know what reading you'd like to see next or coming up in the future. Thank you. See you again. And now we're moving on to Leo. Welcome, Leo. Hope you're doing well, Leo. So we're having a look at the person on your mind that you are out of contact with, somebody you've had some kind of connection with in the past, but it came to an end, or it never got started, or whatever it is, but some person that you're thinking about and you're wondering, will they reach out? Do they have something to say? Might they return to your life at some point? This is what we're looking at. So, messages for the highest good of Leo, please, universe. We've got the Ace of Swords popping onto the table and the 4 of Cups. And what do we have here? And the Wheel. Okay, so this person, Leo, they do want to communicate with you. They do have something to say. They'd love a new start with you. They'd like to have a do-over. Somebody you've got history with, somebody that, you know, you've shared either good conversations with or your actual life as a partner with them. You may have had pets or children or a life together with belongings and things around you. They really value your front and centre in their mind. I've got Leo energy here. They're thinking very much about how this could, you know, perhaps maybe sort of really work out in their favour again. It could just be that they've got some, yeah, I feel it's history with you, but it could also be a history with somebody else. It could also just be history generally with a family that they have, okay? I think they may be thinking about reaching out just to see if they say something, or then fish for a comment to see if you might respond, because I've got fishing for comments is coming out. Yeah, they're interested in you. They're looking you up. They might be being, when they come back, they might just be, do you know what, I'm going to tell you, is for some people, there could be somebody who might be being a bit evasive. So you might see them sometimes and not others. You might see them, I don't know, in the weekday, in the evening when they're free, but maybe not in the weekend, and they might have something else going on, so that you might be a bit of a sex fix for them is coming out here. Watch out if this is somebody trying to lure you into an affair of some sort. Not for everybody, but for a lot of people here thinking about the past person, it's somebody who wants to talk to you and did have this history with you here as well. Okay, there's two possible routes on this story here, Leo, so take the one that resonates best for you. So let's have a look. That could be confusing, so I was just thinking, let's see how you'll know who this person is. Universe, how will Leo know who this person is, please? Any clearer sign for Leo so that they will know who we are talking about in this reading? Somebody you may have been talking to online. You may have had an online connection with them. They could be sort of earth energy, and I do think they're the person that you're thinking about, in terms of you think about them as somebody who you would dream of being in a connection with. Okay, so that's how you'll know. And somebody who you're talking, who you may have been talking with at some point about a new relationship. Okay, I hope that helps. But anyway, messages for the highest good of Leo, please. Let's look at their person's feelings, please, and the possibility based on those feelings of this person reaching out and returning to Leo. Do they have something to say to Leo? Yeah, they're coming back. They could be at a distance from you and they want to travel towards you, or they could feel like you've had a bit of a falling out and they want to put this right. They're sensing that you've got boundaries and you won't take any nonsense. I think you may have set some boundaries with them. They know you're a mother and that's important, or a parent. Doesn't need to be a mother necessarily, but that does feature in your decision making and your ability to accept certain things. I think there could have been difficult communication with you that's maybe caused some upset here. Something was said that was the wrong thing to say, or a message came in that was not a good message, and things pissed you off. Okay, they may have communicated in a childish way, or not shared something with you, or been a bit flippant in their communication, even a bit childish in how they've behaved, not behaved with maturity almost, and that's not really matched your energy of really being solid and straightforward and wanting things to grow and develop in the right way. And again, front and center with you being a parent is coming out here. But that being said, they want to work on this. There's something that would need to end in this connection for them to come back towards you. They are going to talk to you and tell you how they feel about you, tell you that they feel you've got all the qualities they're looking for, that they realise how rare that is. And it might be that they talk to you about a new start, a do-over, a new cycle with you, that things would be different and new with you based on what they've had before. But they may not have much to offer just right now. They might say to you, look, I'm just not quite in the position at the moment. It could be because of work or something else, but something's got to be closed out and dealt with before they can move forward here. I am seeing communication, which is the main question, isn't it? There's going to be lots more communication about this. So shall we have a look at the mutual energies and the likely outcome, Leo? Universe, what are the mutual energies, please, and the likely outcome for Leo and the person on Leo's mind? Mutual energies, likely outcome for Leo and the person on Leo's mind. If they were to come back to Leo, what would it likely turn out to be, this connection? Okay. Ooh. Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups. Six of Coins, sorry for being quiet. Hanged Man. Page of Cups, Two of Swords, High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. They may not have been entirely straightforward and honest with you. And that could be impacting your relationship here with the Seven of Swords. There's a decision to be made about whether you two have a new start in love together here with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Swords. There would need to be an equally committed relationship here with the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is not communicative. She's highly intuitive though, and the Six of Swords talks about equal give and take. So I think the communication needs to open up and be clearer. But I think both of you are thinking about starting a physical relationship, and a physical relationship is probably going to be something that features in how you move forward here and the decision that you make. There's passion that's probably going to drive something forward potentially. Any clarifiers for Leo, please, Universe? At some point there's going to feel like something just can't happen, can't move forward. I think there's some sort of third party situation here coming out. There was some deception that was mentioned, and it did say affair, didn't it, earlier on? But at the same time, there's something about this connection that's being manifested. I think you two may withdraw from each other for a while, but you won't be able to stay away, I don't think. I do think there's a potential here for, or there needs to be a decision made is what's come out. This looks a bit tricky. Ooh, this looks a bit tricky. All right, Leo, I'm going to, did something happen in a car as well? Car just came out. Thank you for watching. I do hope this was helpful. Please drop me a like if you enjoyed the video. Helps me greatly. If you're not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. And yeah, I look forward to reading for you again very soon. Leo, thanks for joining me today. Okay. And now we are on to Virgo. Welcome, Virgo. I hope you're doing well. So we are looking at the person that's on your mind, Virgo, who you are not now in contact with. You've come to, your relationship's come to an end, or it never really got started. And you're wondering, are they going to come back to you? Are they going to return? Do they have something to say? All of that kind of thing. So I'm going to put some cards on the table just to get their current general energy, see what they're up to generally. And then we'll put a full spread down to see what their feelings are, and, you know, specifically what their feelings are about a possible return. Virgo. Okay. So we've got the Magician came out first. Oh, Justice, the World. And the Five of Cups. This person's got lots of regrets, Virgo. I think they feel like whatever happened, it was their fault. They caused it to happen. Maybe their energies weren't right and it's caused a problem. They do have regrets over what's happened, and they just feel like it was bound to happen. It was coming around sooner or later. And I do think there's possibly a legal situation between the two of you, or a dividing of assets, or a conversation about money or children or pets, or dividing something potentially. And this person just really wishes it had all gone differently, but they can see it was like slow motion coming round this situation, if that makes sense. It was on the cards, if you like. It seemed to be. It wasn't a huge surprise that it didn't work. So universe, what messages please do you have for the highest good of Virgo? We're interested in the person that's on Virgo's mind, and whether they're going to return, if they've got something to say, what their feelings towards Virgo. Are they coming back is what we really want to know. Are they coming back to Virgo? I've got the Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands, High Priestess, the Knight of Cups, Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Coins. Okay. All right, Virgo. So, this person's feeling really possessive and thinking about, you know, their connection with you. They're feeling a bit jealous, possessive, not really wanting things to end. I think it feels like they're in the process of ending. This person may sort of try and lure you in with, I don't know, physical attention, shall we say. But they do want to talk to you. They've got something that they want to say about, you know, could we try this again? They've been very quiet lately. They haven't been communicating, and the reason I'm seeing is because they're just feeling like sorry for themselves. They've kind of been licking their wounds off by themselves, thinking things over. I do think they very much regret and are, you know, feeling that they could have done things differently. And I do think they're kind of placing the blame at their own feet here. And I think that they are regretting what's happened, but they've also got this focus on the love that they still feel. They've still got a huge amount of love here, this huge cup in the foreground. There's something they would like to offer you. They're a bit slow in coming forward with this, but I feel they're going to send you a message. It could be an online message, but I do think, you know, you might work with this person. That is a possibility, Virgo. But I also think that they may ask to see you face to face. I do think they've got something important to say that they would rather say to you. See your body language, see how you respond and react. Look into your eyes when they're saying it, and just really so that you know that they mean it. Sometimes there can be confusions and misunderstandings with text messages, and I think this person really wants to actually see you, to talk to you, to say things to you. So in terms of will they come back, yes, I do think they will. They might be a little bit slow about it, but when they do, they're going to have some very genuine intentions and feeling behind what they say. So let's look at the mutual energies and the likely outcome here. So assuming they come back and get in touch, what will happen between the two of you? The universe, what are the mutual energies, please, and the likely outcome for Virgo and the person on Virgo's mind? Mutual energies, likely outcome, please, for Virgo and the person on Virgo's mind. We've got the Two of Wands, the Fool, the Magician, or the World. Very positive, Virgo. Strength. Could be dealing with a Leo maybe, or a Capricorn. We've got the Devil, Death, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so so what we're looking at here is a decision that needs to be made, and trying to make the right decision, even though the intuition is very much pulling you towards each other. I think you're manifesting a new start. Even though something's ended, it can open the path, you know, for something new to begin. You could make a decision together that, you know, you're going to do something differently. If you were to return to each other, you might decide to live somewhere else or do something quite differently to properly change things up. I do think you see each other as, you know, you felt like each of you, the other person is your world. And so you're quite defensive because you're scared of getting hurt in all of this. But, you know, in order to be able to have conversations about this, you need to sort of open up and be a little bit vulnerable. But there is this potential, and I feel like both of you are being pulled towards each other with the Fool card. There's this real desire to step back into this. There's a real pull. Neither of you want this to end, or to not, you know, not have a happy ending. But there's something about how you've behaved previously, both of you, that's played into this. You've kind of almost sabotaged this potentially, or expected it to go wrong, or were looking for something in the connection that, you know, to say it wasn't right or whatever, because you've got your guard up. But you need to see things differently and work on this a little bit differently in order for things to change in the future, Virgo. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Please drop me a like if so. Really helpful to have your feedback. Helps my video algorithm to get out there, reach more people, make the time that I'm spending on these readings worthwhile. If you could help me sort of get them out there, so thank you very much for that. Please make sure you're subscribed as well, and let me know in the comments if there's a particular subject you'd like me to cover in my next readings. Just let me know, and I do always follow up on what people ask for, assuming it's appropriate. I will do that for you. Okay, so now we're on to Libra. Welcome, Libra. Hope you're doing well. So we're looking at this person on your mind, Libra, that you are no longer in a connection with, or you didn't really end up getting started in your connection. If it's somebody on your mind, you're wondering, will they return to you? Will they reach out? Do they have something to say? Might you get back together? That kind of thing. So you'll know who that person is on your mind. I'm just going to put some general energies down on the table just to see what's going on with the person that you're thinking about. See what they're up to, get a bit nosy. It'll help you know if it's your reading, also give you a little bit of insights perhaps as to their general energies. And then we'll go into the full spread on how they're feeling, and is that likely to result in them coming back to you, whether they've got something to say, etc, etc. So, all right, Libra. So general energies around the person that you're thinking about, what's going on with them. We've got the Eight of Swords, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. This person really, really wants to talk to you and start again in love. That this is on their mind. Is there a general energy? I think they're suddenly going to come in with communication. I know I need to look at the full spread for you, but they've got a lot of love for you. They do want to start again. Their feelings are running really super deep. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know what to say. But what they do know is they want to say the right thing to get the right outcome here, which is to start again in love with you. I think it's been a tempestuous relationship. I think it's been up and down. I think you've ridden waves high and low in whatever it is that's gone on here. But they would love a new start. I think there's got some surprises in store for you, is what's coming out here. So universe, messages for the highest good of Libra, please. How does the person on their mind feel? Are they likely to return? Do they have something to say? We've kind of seen some quite strong general energies coming out here. This person could have withdrawn for a while. You might not have heard from them. They might have gone quiet. Doesn't mean they don't care, Libra. Queen of Swords is there. Oh, we've got the Sun, Knight of Coins, 10 of Cups, 2 of Coins, the 5 of Wands, and the 10 of Coins. Okay, so this is interesting. This person could have withdrawn into themselves, but what they've been thinking and realising is just how much they really do love you. They want to communicate with you. I think there could be something that they feel needs to be spoken about. Now, I don't know if you've been working super hard or they've been working super hard, or there's been something that's been causing a problem. Actually, they feel that some boundaries need to be set. It could be something recreational or some hobby I'm seeing that is perhaps been getting in the way of your relationship, and they've got something to say in terms of, look, we need to set some boundaries here, or we need to do things a little bit differently because it hasn't been working well. Could be dealing with a Leo here, potentially. Now, I'm sensing as well that there could be some toxic friends around this person who've been saying things that aren't helpful, or been interfering, or been suggesting things which have not been conducive to a good relationship. And something could have occurred around somebody's birthday which was significant in perhaps causing a problem. There could have been a bit of an argument around a birthday, or some falling out, or something happened. But this person nevertheless has this love for you, huge amount of love for you, will come towards you. You might have to wait a little while, you might have to be a bit patient. They could be a bit slow in coming in because they've been in this hermit energy, and there's a lot here, but they've got a lot to say, and they will come towards you in a way that makes you feel like this relationship is something that you can treasure, that you can trust, that you can be safe in. And that will be a big step forward, because obviously when you do end up in a relationship where things don't work out, it can make you feel a bit insecure. But I think you genuinely make each other happy, Libra. And I do think this will work out nicely, potentially. But it will require some conversation, open conversation, setting some boundaries, some limits, some openness about how you've been making each other feel, perhaps, or how something in your life between you has been making another one feel. Yeah. It feels like there's been something out of balance, or there's been too much juggling with something else, causing a bit of a problem. Okay, right, so shall we have a look at the mutual energies and the likely outcome for Libra and their person, please, universe. Mutual energies, likely outcome if this person comes back to Libra. What's the likely outcome, please? Okay, so you're missing each other. You both feel like you're missing each other. You're both wishing the other one would reach out, I'm seeing. Hoping that might be the case. You both want stable house, home, family. You see the other person as your potential rock, your stability, the person that you can rely on in life. There's the Fool card. There's the Ace of Cups. There's the Three of Wands. Temperance and the Wheel. So You both want a new start in love, definitely. I think, yeah, you both want the other one to reach out, make the first move. You feel the ball, each of you feels the ball is in the other person's court. So somebody's got to make the move here, right? But yeah, I'm sensing, you know, feelings about house, home, family, being able to regain your balance together again. And stepping into this for a new start is really the strong mutual energy here. And it's very karmic. You definitely got some karmic connections here, and your intuition is definitely drawing you. There's something around the universe here pulling you in this direction. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the absolute best thing for you in terms of it will work out. But what it does mean is I think there's something you need to learn from this. There's some reason why I feel you want to be together, and you will be together again. And I do think there's some, you know, real potential for some real balance and happiness and stability here after a rocky road, Libra. So I do hope this was helpful for you. Please drop me a like if you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Please let me know in the comments. Firstly, did this resonate for you? And secondly, you know, what would you like me to do in terms of the next subject for a reading? Okay, so now we are on to Scorpio. Welcome, Scorpio. Hope you are doing well. So we are looking at the person on your mind, the person that you are not in a connection with. You may have you will have had a connection of some sort at some point. It either came to an end, didn't really get started, but you want to know, does this person think about you? What's going on with them? Are they likely to reach out? Do they have something to say? Do they want to get back together? All of that sort of thing. Are they coming back? So I'm just going to put some cards on the table to get some general energies around this person, just generally what's going on with them, and then I'll pull a spread to see their feelings and their intentions and actions in terms of a return. Scorpio. Okay, so general energies please around Scorpio's person. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups, got the Seven of Swords, Three of Wands, Death, and the Queen of Cups. So actually general energies around this person are, they feel the same way that you feel about them, but there's been a bit of difficulty between the two of you, and both of you are wondering if there's been complete honesty here, or that you can trust what's been said. Both of you are thinking that the other person might need to reach out to make the new start. There could be a bit of ego going on here, a bit of insecurity around whether you might be rejected, but you'd love a new start. I feel they would love a new start, the opportunity to start again. They really see some value in you. They see that you look after yourself and you care for yourself and you have self-care, and that makes you extra attractive and of interest to them, Scorpio. Okay, so message for the highest good of Scorpio, please. In terms of the person that's on their mind, what's going on with them, please? How are they thinking and feeling about the connection? Are they likely to make a return? Do they have something to say? Okay, so these all turned over. So we've got the Knight of Cups, got the Lovers, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Five of Coins. Look at that, exactly the right number of cards as well. Two of Swords and the World card, all flipped out onto the table. So how do they feel? They feel like they want to see you, they want to go out with you, they're missing you. They got this very, very strong connection. They're overwhelmingly strong connection as far as they're concerned. A lot of passion. There's something though that's been making them feel a bit indecisive about stepping forward, But this overwhelming desire for a new start here will make them come forward, because I think they feel like it wouldn't take much for you to just be really happy together. And there's lots and lots of love, lots of very strong connection, missing you, just sitting in this indecision at the moment. And so I don't know if, I think there's something around, they're wondering if you're really physically attracted to them. They're wondering if you feel the same about them as they feel about you. They find you incredibly attractive. They're just wondering if you feel the same about them in that way. They just feel a little bit blind to how you feel about them. I don't know if you've not been expressing that lately, or just maybe generally that wasn't something that they felt was sort of forthcoming from you. But they see you as somebody sort of with a huge amount of strength, very attractive. They've got just, yeah, they don't want to be without you. You know, you've changed their perception of what they want in a relationship. There's something about, you know, your connection where it doesn't really matter if they decided, I don't want the person that I date to have children, or I want them to be this tall or short, or look like this, or have this colour hair. Whatever it is out the window, and they only have eyes for you, and you don't necessarily quite meet the usual criteria that they would set, but you've kind of drawn them in significantly in that way, that captured their attention is a nicer way to say it, but very, very strongly. So yeah, I'm sensing they will come back to you. I don't think I've had a reading yet today where the person won't be coming back. Must just be an energy for it at the moment. So universe, what are the mutual energies? What's the likely outcome, please, for Scorpio and the person on Scorpio's mind? Mutual energies, likely outcome for the person on Scorpio. Sorry, the person on Scorpio's mind and Scorpio. So we got the Six of Pentacles come out. I think something did come to an end, but there's going to be more equal give and take between the two of you in terms of your energies in the future. Both of you feel a bit absolutely defeated over this, and we're absolutely gutted that something didn't work. Yeah, both of you really want to offer a little gesture or a little apology. Both of you, though, have got things you need to say that you weren't happy about. You need to get off your chest, okay? And don't hold back in having that conversation or resetting some boundaries somewhere along the line. I think you'll progress your relationship. I do think there'll be some communication around this new start, which will be really important. I think you'll have almost obsessive love between the two of you. And I do see you progressing your relationship to potentially be in a committed long-term relationship here, or returning to a committed long-term relationship. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Or an air sign. Earth or air, I think, is likely here. But you both really want this, okay? And I do think you'll both be able, through communication, get yourselves into a place where you can move forward and progress things. I do think your relationship will grow and progress and move on at a nice pace, okay? So it might be a bit slow before it comes in, but once it gets going, it's going to be at a good pace, Scorpio. All right, I do hope that was helpful. Please drop me a like if so. Let me know in the comments which reading you would like me to do next, what subject. Let me know if this one resonated for you. If you happen to be watching and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I've got so many people watching who are not yet subscribed, and it will be lovely to have you as part of my growing channel. I got 50 new subscribers in my last video, so I'd love to beat that and get a few more. Be nice to get up to the 3,000 mark. If you'd like to help me get there, that would be fantastic. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're on to Sagittarius. We're going to look at your general energies around this person, Sagittarius, that you've had the connection with and you're wondering, are they going to come back? Let's see. Be a little bit nosy. Just see what this person's up to before we dive into the reading to see their feelings and whether they're going to actually take action and reach out to you. Have they got something to say? Are they coming back? That kind of thing. Okay. Okay, so general energies. So something happened here. There was a conversation, I don't know if it was an argument or something was said which had a big impact. I don't know whether it kind of hit you in the chest. It didn't go well, it upset, it caused a problem. This person felt upset by the whole situation as well, and they are at the moment just trying to regain their balance. They're just trying to calm, really think about it, get themselves into a better place, and then I think they will step forward and communicate potentially. But first of all, they kind of want to know what situation you're in. They want to know, are you in a connection, a relationship? Are you unhappy without them? You know, they're seeing what they can find out through what means is possible, is coming out here. Okay. Hopefully that gives you an indication of just general energies, and we'll have a look now at the full spread. How's this person feeling about you, about your connection? This is for Sagittarius, please universe. Whether this person will return. Do they have something to say? Are they coming back? Messages for the highest good of Sagittarius, please universe. Right, we've got the Hanged Man, 5 of Swords, 5 of Coins, so 2 5s coming onto the table. 5 is a significant number for you, Sagittarius. 3 of Cups, got the Sun, so you could be dealing with a Leo. We've got the Chariot, and we've got the 4 of Cups as well. Okay. So this person is reflecting. They've taken themselves out of this situation just for now to think about things. I think as they're reflecting and they're rebalancing, they are starting to see things from a new perspective, perhaps a bit more from your perspective than they've seen previously. Perhaps they were in their own thoughts and reactions and not really thinking about you as much, you know, because they were perhaps upset. But I think they feel that they are, I do think they're still single potentially. They haven't moved on with anybody else. They're still thinking about you. If you're wondering, are they single? Yes, they're single, they're available. They've been working on their healing and getting over things and rebalancing. They are regretful, so I think they've learned some lessons. They've had some realizations. They realise you actually make them really happy. I do think there's something around a birthday as well that will be of significance or has been of significance. They're missing you. They want to put this right. They want to move back towards you. They don't like the distance that's between you. Maybe you fell out and you've got an emotional distance. You know, you're not close like you were. Maybe they're sort of further away. Maybe they have not seen you for a while and they want to sort of come back towards you. I do think they're going to ask to see you, and they're going to let you know that they appreciate that you might not feel quite the same about the situation. You might feel a bit unhappy, and they're worried that they may sort of fall short of your expectations and what you need from them, but they want to talk to you and see you. They're missing you dreadfully, do want to put this right, and I think they've realised there's perhaps some patterns in their own behaviour they need to correct. And I do think that they are going to do that, Sagittarius. So let's have a look at the mutual energies then and the likely outcome. Universe, what are the mutual energies, please, and the likely outcome for Sagittarius and their person? Mutual energies, likely outcome for Sagittarius and the person on their mind. Three more, please, universe. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got the 3 of Coins, 9 of Wands, the Fool, Justice, Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Okay, mutual energies then. I think you feel there's something to say. You might have some conversations online. I don't know if this is an online connection. You might have a FaceTime call or something like that where you talk to each other online. You've got something to say to each other, or you could actually, you could see each other at work if you work with each other, or you could go out together to a public place, a place of business like a restaurant, a cafe or something like that, and have a conversation. That's the mutual energies here. I think you both feel very attracted to the other and there's a passion there, but you both got your guard up because you're scared of being hurt. So that is there. Both of you feel like you want to step back into this, but you don't quite know how. All right, you don't quite see how that could happen. You don't know what you should say or do or what should happen to make that work. But I am sensing that, you know, the universe will kind of make this happen. It's coming over the hill. Ships are coming in terms of this relationship, and there are some spiritual epiphanies and aha moments around this. The universe, I think, is conspiring to make this work in some kind of way. Anything more to share for Sagittarius, please, universe? I think there are options, and you just got to think about this and take some kind of action, Sagittarius. But passion is coming through. You could be dealing with another fire sign quite easily, and there's some manifestation around this connection here, for definite. Could be somebody that's younger than you is also coming out here. Take that as it resonates, of course. So hope that was helpful, Sagittarius. Please drop me a like if you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments what you'd like me to do next in terms of the title of the reading. And please make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. I'd love to have you as part of the collective that I'm reading for. It makes a huge difference to me to have, you know, extra subscribers, and makes it worthwhile me spending the time on the readings to have a wider audience. So thank you for all of your support, which all helps towards achieving that goal, with a view to helping people, of course. Okay. So now we're moving on to Capricorn. Welcome, Capricorn. I do hope you are doing well. We are looking at the person that's on your mind, that's absent at the moment. You're wondering if they're going to come back. Whatever kind of connection you may have had with this person. So I'm just going to pull some general energies just to see, get a bit nosy, what's going on with this individual. Helps you know if it's your reading, also gives you a bit of insight perhaps as to what's going on with them. And then we'll pull a spread to see their intentions, feelings around, you know, and actions around a return. Okay, so messages for the highest good of Capricorn, please, universe. Is their person, or just general energies around this individual to start with, please. Okay. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Swords, sorry. Okay, so lots of thoughts and feelings going on inside of this person, Capricorn. Could be dealing with an air sign here. Something was said that was a bit harsh, that caused a problem. And then I think they tried to put this right, but, you know, after whatever was said happened, there was a difficulty in knowing how to move forward from this. Maybe it was something that was difficult to get over. It caused a lot of upset, a lot of difficulty. Could have been around, you know, progress of your connection or lack thereof. This person just keeps thinking about how can they put this right? How can they get back to a better place where you were before? Has trust been damaged or there's been a problem? But yeah, putting it right is foremost on their mind. Okay. But anyway, we'll pull a full spread now, Capricorn, to see how they're feeling. Are they coming back? What do they have to say? All of that good stuff. And then we'll look at the longer term mutual energies and likely outcome between the two of you. Right, so yes, they do want to come back. All of their intuition inside of them is pulling them back towards you. We've got the Six of Wands, we've got the Tower, oh dear. We've got the Eight of Wands, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups as well. So yeah, something happened between the two of you. It devastated them, actually. They just, you can see them sitting with their head in their hands, absolutely devastated over whatever it was that happened between the two of you. I think they're feeling like life just hasn't been treating them well. Things have not been going well for them. They've got a decision to make about coming back towards you, but they really, really, really want you to think well of them. Whatever happened to upset them, they want you to feel better about it and to think better of them. They see you as their absolute match. They think you're a very loving, kind sort of person. I do think they're going to offer you a little gift. I don't know if this person's given you a gift of jewellery, or they will give you a gift of jewellery, a little necklace or something like that. They see you as somebody who's peaceful and genuine, but there was something which fired you up, I feel, Capricorn. They triggered your fiery side. There were things that were said that came on the back of whatever occurred, that you made your feelings known there. And I feel that they want to take that on board and do something about it. They love the fact that you are, you've got some lovely qualities. And I think you could be a parent, or they think of you as, somebody who would be a good parent. They just think you're stunning or handsome or very, very attractive to them. They just want to love you, really. And they realise that they did hurt you. I think the words that were said burnt through you to an extent there, Capricorn. And I do think they are wanting to put this right, and they are wanting to come back. I think they're taking account of their own part in this. They're looking to the future. They still feel strongly that you will be in their future. Things will work out for you on the cusp of security, whether that's relationship security, financial security. And things will be right in terms of any legal matters that need to be put into place or put right between the two of you. Take that as it resonates, whether it's wills or agreements or, sharing things or whatever it might be. That will be put right. I don't know if that was an issue between the two of you. Okay. I don't think we've done the mutual energies and likely outcome yet, have we? So let's just look at that quickly, and then we'll move on to Aquarius. So mutual energies, likely outcome for Capricorn and their person, please, universe. Mutual energies, likely outcome between Capricorn and the person on Capricorn's mind. Oh, okay. Something went wrong, and you both feel it went horribly wrong. You're both missing each other. Got the Knight of Wands, we've got the World, Nine of Cups, Seven of Coins, Strength, and Nine of Cups. Okay. I think you're both still single at the moment, but wanting to be back with each other. You're having to hold back because I think you think of each other in quite a physical way. You normally have maybe a physical relationship, or you haven't started that but you'd want to, and you've got to sort of hold back on that while you feel things need to be sorted out between the two of you. You're missing each other though. You're both focusing on your work, working really hard. But all of this has happened or is going on because of something that happened between the two of you. Yeah. There's lots of love here. It's just a bit, this, you know, you and this person might be a bit afraid of commitment, of love, of letting yourselves be emotionally available to the other, allowing a lovely connection in. And I do think that that was probably the crux, one way or another, of things falling apart for you as they did. But you're both really working hard on yourselves, overcoming those sort of patterns of sabotage, you know, self-sabotaging connections, showing love, and you really are on the cusp of being at your 10 of Cups, your happily ever after. You just got a little bit more perhaps learning or realization to do around that, to be able to restart in a very beautiful way in this connection. And I do think both of you are people that want to do the right thing by the other, be kind, all the rest of it, but you're also quite passionate people. And you're very prepared to work on it, both of you, is what's coming out onto the table here. Okay. Yeah, Capricorn, your energy is here. Yeah, there's a lot about something coming in terms of work and job and money, and working really hard to get that, and investing for the future so that you can have a future together is coming out. It's not all about money, is it? But there is that financial side is also coming out here, Capricorn. Okay. Well, I hope that reading resonated, helped you. Please drop me a like if so. Please subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments what reading you'd like me to do next. And make sure you are subscribed so that you're here to see me do it. Okay. But I appreciate your time in stopping by. I'm going to do an all signs at the end, so please do go and find that as well. So now we're on to Pisces. Welcome, Pisces. Hope you're doing well today. We're looking at the person on your mind who you are wondering if they're going to come back to you. Do they have something to say? Are they going to return? First of all, I'm just going to pull a few cards to get the general energies around this individual. And then I'll pull a spread on their feelings and intentions. Okay, oops. Oh, they're thinking about you a lot, Aquarius. And they really want you to like them. They just want you to like them. And there must have been something that wasn't quite right here, that they want to put right. Or it could be that they had a relationship that wasn't very good and they see you as somebody who would be so much better than anything they could have ever wished for or have had before in a connection. Or it could just be someone, you know, wanting to put things right with you. But you'll be feeling their energy super strongly around you because they're thinking about you, especially at night time. All this energy will be really pulling on your energy. You probably just feel them around you almost, you know, you'll be able to really feel that. And they so desperately want you to like them and have good feelings and good vibes around them. Pisces. Okay, so messages for the highest good of Pisces, please, to bring them clarity, wisdom, understanding of this situation with this person that they're thinking of. Is this person going to come back towards Pisces? Do they have something to say? Is their intention to return to Pisces? Please, universe, what can you share that will help Pisces for their highest good, please? It's Aquarius, by the way, not Pisces. I do apologise. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. So we've got the Empress, got the Nine of Swords, Five of Wands, Seven of Coins, Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. So how's this person feeling, Aquarius? Apologies again, I've been saying Pisces. It's Aquarius, of course. I'm no doubt going to get lots of comments about that, aren't I? Right, this person, they could be a parent and be doing a good job of it and come across as a really nice parent, or they would like to have children and they see you as somebody potentially they'd like to have children with. They've got this very anxious, overwhelming energy where they're up at night, they can't sleep, they're thinking about you, they're thinking about how to move things on and progress things together with you. There's been some conflict, and that conflict they keep replaying over and over in their mind. And they feel like you may have judged them harshly based on whatever this conflict was. So they do want to come back towards you and offer you something different for the future, something that will put your mind at rest and hopefully enable you to have a better, stronger start together. They always feel like this is meant to be, divinely intended. Definitely in line with all their wishes, hopes and dreams and everything they hope to sort of manifest and bring in for themselves. Do I feel they will come towards you and offer you something? They do have something to say, definitely, much to say. They feel a conversation could really help to progress this. And they will offer you something. It won't be an empty conversation. There'll be something solid that they will actually tell you they want to offer you. Aquarius. Okay, let's look at the mutual energies and the likely outcome then between you and this person. Mutual energies and likely outcome, please, universe, for Aquarius and their person. Mutual energies, please, for Aquarius and their person. Mutual energies, likely outcome for this connection that Aquarius, sorry, has with this person. Okay, we've got the Nine of Coins, Four of Coins, Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands. We've got the Ten of Coins though, and the Ace of Coins, oh my goodness, and the World, and the Nine of Cups. So Aquarius, I think you've got lovely solid energy coming in here. Progress of the highest degree, at the right pace, that just feels safe and secure and solid. I see you moving on into a longer term relationship that's going to absolutely go the distance. I think you two mean the world to each other. There's a huge amount of love and stable energy around what you want and what you're going to achieve together. Do you sense you could be a bit of a power couple here? There's lots of coins. There could be, you know, you're dealing with an earth sign maybe, or you're just very compatible in terms of business relationships or money, or just a really good solid partnership in that regard. You're going to go on and achieve amazing things together as a partnership. You're quite possessive over each other. You don't want any, you know, to move on to anybody else, but you're going to have this really abundant, safe, solid connection together that is going to progress. We've got the 9 going into the 10 of Coins. We've got this possessive energy. We've got the Ace of Coins, which is a new start. And again, solid progress, you know, moving on into a permanent relationship, whatever, a solid relationship, committed relationship. There's lots of passion there. And there's lots of healing and safe and non-toxic energy coming through after. So perhaps there having been some toxicity or defensiveness that will clear away Aquarius into a much better energy with this person. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. That was your reading. Please like the video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think it might resonate for any of your friends. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and let me know in the comments if there's a reading title that you would like me to cover next. Okay, I will do all and any titles that are suggested to me, as long as I think they're appropriate, of course. So thank you again for joining me and for all of your support, which means everything to me and helps my channel tremendously. I had 50 new subscribers from my last video. I hadn't done a video for a while, so I was so blown away and grateful for that. And any more would also be welcome. Let's see if we can beat the 50 that I got last time. That would make me so happy. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're moving lastly but not leastly on to Pisces. Welcome, Pisces. I hope everything's okay with you today. Welcome here. It's good to see you. We're looking at the person on your mind that perhaps you were in some sort of connection with and you are not any longer, to see whether they may return to you. They have an intention to do so, and whether they will take that action. First of all, I'm going to put a few cards on the table just to get general energies around them before I do the full spread. So general energies around Pisces person, please, that they're thinking about. Right, we've got Temperance, Hanging Man and the Tower. Yeah, so front and centre is whatever went wrong between the two of you. It was either what went wrong between the two of you or something else has shockingly meant a big loss for them, a big issue. They're trying to reflect on it and try and see the positives in what happened and try and transmute that energy and try and rebalance themselves after something awful happened. Yeah, there's an energy of really wanting things to get better. They feel a bit unsafe and insecure based on what happened, and they want to move into a more secure place. They feel like love went from being strong to perhaps less strong based on whatever it was that happened. Perhaps they lost their ability to show emotion or be emotionally available, but they've got something they do want to say. So in that, we'll move on now to the main spread, because I am starting to now see communication that they want to bring in for you, Pisces. Okay, so universe messages for the highest good of Pisces, please. What can you tell us about the person on their mind, their wish to communicate and come back towards Pisces? Will they actually return to Pisces? What can you tell us, please? So I think the cards are ready. We've just had a few drop onto the table there, Pisces. So I've got the King of Swords, the Queen of Coins, Judgment, Two of Coins. I've got the Knight of Coins, the Page of Swords, the Six of Coins and the Moon. Okay, interesting. This person's really hiding their feelings, keeping them close to their chest. I think there's some indecision going on in their mind that they haven't been sharing, or that you would be unaware of. They've definitely got something to say. I see them coming in with something that they want to offer you, say to you as a gesture, quite a big gesture actually. They see you as somebody who is sort of a perfect match for them, very solid, very stable. Again, I'm seeing a bit of a power couple energy here. Very curious about you. They want to know what you're thinking and feeling. I think they're going to ask you that. They realise that there's a decision to be made and there absolutely has to be equal give and take here, and that's all that they will accept as well. But yeah, there's definitely been some indecision and perhaps some unspoken feelings about there being an imbalance in the connection. Okay, that will come out, but I do feel that you two will end up together. I think you've ended up a bit misaligned in some kind of way, apart for some kind of reason, but you will come back together again. We've got the King and the Queen here, perfect match for each other. Much to be said here with the King of Swords. A very, very strong desire for the equal give and take, and perhaps understanding that that will form a big part of your judgment, I think, on whether you may accept them back here. And they're really weighing up in their mind, should they share how they really feel. That's a bit of a tussle going on inside them at the moment. But in terms of communication, I don't think you're going to be waiting too long for communication to come in here. The Knight of Swords, is that the King of Swords even? King of Swords might be a little bit slower, but will have something very solid, stable, trustworthy, and emotionally mature to say. And if there's something to be cut out that they've been balancing and juggling, they will tell you they will be cutting that out to make the difference for the relationship. Okay, shall we have a look at the mutual energies then and the likely outcome here? Okay, universe, what are the mutual energies, please, and the likely outcome for Pisces and the person on Pisces' mind? Mutual energies, likely outcome, please, for Pisces and the person on Pisces' mind. Mutual energies, likely outcome for Pisces and the person on Pisces' mind. Okay. Ooh, 2 of coins again. Temperance. I think there's been something out of balance here, not equal give and take, but that will rebalance itself. There'll be some opening up about things both of you have been not sharing with each other, hidden feelings, not sharing feelings. Lots of love. I do think that the need to rebalance things might make things a little bit slower to come in, but when they do, they will be very meaningful, and there will be a lot of progress, and it will be solid and secure in terms of the communication will make you feel safe in the connection, and there'll be abundance, so there'll be material security, but you won't be feeling that this person might be about to up and leave you. You will feel that there's safety in the connection and that you can trust that it's forever, essentially, after perhaps feeling a little bit unsure or things being left so you felt not confident and not sure about that. But anything else that's been sort of there in the connection causing a bit of imbalance will be removed. It doesn't have to be a person, it just can be something like a job or just some kind of interest or something that was pushing things out of balance. It could even just be the fact that feelings weren't being shared was making there be some uncertainty, but that's going to be wiped away completely. Both of you are going to be emotionally mature in sharing how you feel, and it's going to enable more growth in your connection, Pisces. So that is lovely. I do see we've got the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Coins as a lovely outcome for you both in this connection. Okay, I like that for you. So thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. Come back and watch my videos. I've been asking everybody, please just drop in the comments, what video would you like me to do next? What title would you like me to cover? What would it be helpful to see? I generally do love readings. So it's a lot around, will they come back? How does your person feel? Those tend to get the most views, so I'm guessing that's what you all like. But if you want something different, please do just shout. Or even if you want the same, just say, oh, I like what you already do. And then I know, okay. It's really helpful to me to have that. So I am going to do an all signs reading now. So this is where you watch the sign of the person that you are interested in. In fact, what I might do is lots of people in this kind of reading where it is all about somebody potentially returning or you're out of contact with, I'll get my deck which talks about what they'd want to say to you. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is what your person would want to say to you if they could. Hidden messages from your person, all signs, their sign, Aries through Pisces. All signs, their signs, Aries through Pisces. What would they want to say to you if you're out of contact at the moment? Okay, we'll do this fairly quick fire, Aries through Pisces. That was a bit loud. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aries, they want to say, my life is not as together as it seems, and I love you unconditionally. If you're dealing with a Taurus, they want to say, I want to tell you how I feel, and I bury myself in work to forget you. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they say, I'm so attracted to you, and I regret lying to you. If you're dealing with a Cancer, they say, I love you, and I replay our conversations over and over. If you're dealing with a Leo, they say, I look for you everywhere, and you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Virgo says, I know I messed up everything. We both know I'm not the one for you. Libra, I lost myself for a little while, and I'm becoming a better person. Scorpio says, you were the best thing in my life. I'm not available right now. It could be they're not emotionally available or able to move things on for whatever reason. Sagittarius says, finding out the truth crushed me and it's time for me to heal now. Capricorn would say, the timing just wasn't right for us. I know I crossed the line with you. Aquarius, I wish I could take back my words. I'm afraid to contact you. And then we've got Pisces. I feel you even though we are apart, and I hope you can forgive me one day. Okay. All right then, everybody. I hope that was an enjoyable reading for you. Once again, if you wouldn't mind letting me know one way or another by comments, thumbs up, and also anybody who would like to subscribe, that would be so welcome. I would love to have more subscribers joining me regularly. As I mentioned, I got 50 subscribers from my last video on Friday, which I was blown away with and super delighted with. If we can smash the 50 and get a few more this one, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.